Let us now talk about the pH scale, that is the potential of hydrogen, which is nothing but the negative log of hydrogen ion concentration. Now pH value is generally between 0 and 14, as you know. So if pH is less than 7, it will be acidic. If it is equal to 7, it will be neutral, and if it is greater than 7, then the solution is basic. Let us talk about the salt hydrolysis now. It is a process in which the salt interacts with water, giving acidic or alkaline solution. It is reverse of neutralization reaction. So when we talk about pure water, it is considered to be neutral, as hydrogen ion concentration that is exactly equal to the hydroxyl ion concentration, as you can see here. So when water react with any salt in this condition, it is disturbed by, there will be either decrease in the concentration of either of the two ions, thus making the ions acidic or basic. So this phenomena is known as the salt hydrolysis, where there is exactly change which is occurring. So it is defined as a reaction in which the cations or anions or both of salt react with water to produce acidity or alkalinity. Let us see the salt of a strong acid and strong base. If both the acid and base they are stronger, the solution will be neutral in nature. It includes examples like NaCl, potassium sulfate. Then salt of strong acid and weak base. The solution of such a salt is acidic in nature, and the cation of salt which come from weak base is reactive. It will react with water, and that will give you a weak base and hydronium ions. So you can take an example of ammonium chloride. For example, it ionizes in water completely to give you NH4 plus ion and chloride ions, which will further react with water to give you ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base, and H plus. Now in this we will apply law of mass action to find out the value of KH. So this was the dissociation constant value for ammonium hydroxide, that was the concentration of the product upon the reactant, and this was the dissociation constant for water. And in case of water, what we have done is K into water we have taken as Kw, so we are left here with H plus and OH ion concentration. So we'll take the ratio of Kw and Kb. So on taking the ratio, we are getting this equation, that is nothing but the KH. Now from this equation you will be finding the hydrogen ion concentration. So hydrogen ion concentration will be Kw upon Kv multiplied by this denominator, ammonium ions, and this will come in the denominator, reverse it will be, no? So H plus ions, you get the value. So take log both the sides. This will be log of H, this will be log of Kw minus log of Kb plus log of this is the salt and this is the base. Take negative sign, means change the sign, so you will get minus pH minus pKv and this. So pKw, take this side, minus pH is equal to pKb plus log of salt upon base. So this is nothing but POH, that is the potential of hydroxyl ion concentration, that is equal to pKb plus logs of salt and base upon base. Let us discuss about the salt of a weak acid and a strong base. The solution of such a salt will be basic in nature. The anion of the salt is reactive. It will react with water to give you a weak acid and hydroxyl ions. So this is the equation in which we are getting a weak acid and hydroxyl ion. We will understand it with an example. So we are considering an example of sodium acetate, which ionizes in water to acetate ions and sodium ions. So this acetate ions, they will react with water to give you acetic acid, which is a weak acid, and hydroxyl ions. So this is the equation, CH3COO negative reacting with water giving you acetic acid and hydroxyl ion. Let us say that the concentration of acetate ions is C1 minus X, the concentration of acetic acid is Cx, and hydroxyl ion is Cx. So thus the OH concentration increases, so solution will become alkaline. So in this case we will be applying the law of mass action. So according to that, Kh will be the dissociation constant, which is given by the concentration of the product upon the reactant. Product is acetic acid and hydroxyl ion, so product is CH3COH upon reactant is CH3COO negative and water. That water with K will give you what is known as KH. So now we'll put the value of the concentration. Now CH3, this is Cx, this is Cx, so I'm taking Cx for this 2 upon, and this is C1 minus X, so it will be C square X square. So one C will get cancelled here from this C, and you will be left with Cx square upon 1 minus X. The other equations present are, that is CH3COH first is further dissociate into acetate ions and H plus ions. So the dissociation constant of an acid will be concentration of this 2 upon this. In presence of water, water is Kw, that will be H plus and OH negative. Then we'll take the ratio of this 2 from equation 2 and 3, and finally we will get log of OH is equal to log of Kw minus log of Ka plus log salt upon acid. This is just what I have done in the previous equation. Just like that we have to do it. Change the signs and then shift it, pK this side. So pKw minus POH is nothing but it is pH. So pH will be equal to pKa plus log of concentration of salt upon concentration of acid. Different cases, that is when pK value is equal to pKb value, and then pH will be 7, the solution it will be neutral in nature. When pKa value is greater than pKb value, the solution will be alkaline, as the acid will slightly be weaker than the base and pH value will be more than 7. And when it is less, the solution will be acidic, since the acid is relatively stronger than base and pH value will be less than 7.